So today I've been presenting about Teesside University's future-facing learning strategy and with a real focus on our digital deployment. We've deployed iPads to both students and staff. We have developed a new culture of learning that really focuses on getting students to co-create and co-produce knowledge with staff. A really exciting journey that we're undertaking, and I've focused today particularly on how we're trying to develop a real value for money approach to this, both through creating learning and learning materials that students will find very valuable for their future careers, but also as well in terms of how we operate as a business. So trying to make the organisation more paper-free, trying to look at ways in which we can use tablet devices to cut down on some of the more bureaucratic processes within the university. So hopefully I've given lots of people food for thought in terms of how digital deployment at an institutional level can really work and transform the way in which universities operate.
I have been talking about students' perceptions of value for money above all, and how they've declined, especially in England, since £9,000 fees came in, and what we might do about that. And one other thing I talked a lot about was transparency. So some universities have been really good at explaining the uses of tuition fees and the wide range of things they go on. It's not just lectures, it's also facilities, for example. And then I ended up talking about some new research we're putting out, also about students' perceptions, but students' perceptions on what should happen if a university faces serious financial difficulty. And they are very keen on the government stepping in to help a university in those circumstances, which is the opposite of what the regulator currently says will happen. So it was a challenging set of presentations, but rooted in the data about what students really think.
Hi, so I'm Paul Redmond. I'm Director of Student Experience and Enhancement from the University of Liverpool. I've been talking about the difference between recruitability and employability. And I've been arguing that recruitability is great to get you a job, but employability is about making you employable for the long term. And what I'm concerned about is that our universities are accidentally preparing students for the wrong century. We should be helping them prepare for the 21st century, for jobs that don't yet exist, using skills and knowledge that don't yet exist either. And I think there are things that we can do to make a real difference to help our students understand how not to be just recruitable, but also employable for the long term.
I'm Sue Morrison. I'm the head of the Centre for Student Life at the University of Derby. This has been the first time that I've attended one of these events, and I found it really enjoyable. The guest speakers were really insightful, and the action learning was amazing. A huge opportunity to share challenges, get new ideas, and there's definitely the push to take away specific commitments that I've made to make a difference when I go back to my university was really quite motivational. Really enjoyed it.